Hello! Today I'll be taking a tour of CF Markville in Markham, and I just entered from entrance 9. And CF Markville is Markham's biggest mall, and we know that. And for those people who live in Markham, they have to have been to this mall at least once. That's right, I'm entering from entrance 9. Okay, so let's start walking and the tour begins. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep walking and until I reach the atrium. So this mall is a pretty decent size. It comes in 2 floors, and yeah, it comes with like over 100 different shops. So we're gonna have a tour. I could see the mall is pretty bustling today. Well, you know what? Because it's the weekend, so that's why it's bustling. And it's nice to see that there are some cars on display, like we're having a mini auto show. So I'll walk to the atrium and take a little closer look. Yeah, there's a car here and there's another car over there. But yeah, it's like we're having a mini auto show. So as I said, it's 2 floors. There's an escalator going up. And we're gonna start off by walking northeast of the mall. Yep, so we're gonna walk this way. As you continue walking the mall, you'll come across various phone booths. And I believe that all of the phone booths are on the 1st floor. Actually, with some phone stores on the 2nd floor, but if they're phone kiosks, they'll be on the 1st floor, of course, because there is more walking space, you know, compared to the 2nd floor. And I'm gonna continue walking east along the corridors of the mall. You'll see like many shops on your left and right. It's a pretty decent sized mall. As I continue walking though, we meet another entrance of the mall, also known as entrance 8. This entrance is dimmer because it leads to the underground level of the parking garage. So depending on which entrance you come in from though, which entrance you exit in though, you are going to be in the lower level of the parking lot. Because this mall does come with a little bit of parking decks though. And we're going to continue heading east. When you walk to the end of this mall, also known as the 1st floor, it will be the food court. So we're going to continue walking until we reach the food court. I've just arrived at the Markville food court, and this is actually a pretty decent sized food court. It comes with like many food vendors. It's a pretty good food court size for a mall like this though. Like a suburban mall that is 2 levels, of course. Gives people like a fair choice of options on what to eat. So not bad, but this food court is of course not as big as some food courts from other malls like the Eaton Center. I'm now at the upper level above the food court. And there used to be a big retailer right here, but this retailer has obviously closed down. And I wonder what other exciting retailers are open there. So I'm gonna turn around and take a tour of this part of the 2nd floor. And I'm gonna keep walking and walking. Now as I continue walking though, I am now heading south of the mall. As you can see, because when you head south, the mall does curve towards the right, so you'll be heading like south and then like more west. And this part of the mall is kind of spacious too, you know. And there's other retailers that have closed down for quite a while. Also wondering what retailers will open there as well. When you continue walking this way, you are heading back to the atrium, but on the 2nd floor. And oh, there's something exciting though. I see a Lego store is coming to Markville, which is pretty cool. I always had a really strong feeling that a Lego store was gonna open at this mall. Like for years I've been coming to this mall. And I was wondering like, should there be a Lego store? It really is coming. Which is pretty exciting. And a Lego store, I believe, does fit this mall pretty well. Now I'm going to continue walking and explore this corridor right here. This corridor that leads to entrance number 1. And I know that this corridor won't be a very long one, but let's take a tour. So yeah, as you continue walking through this corridor, it does lead out to another exit. And it does lead to where Best Buy is. So let's continue walking. Okay, we're gonna continue walking. So we came to one of the ends of this mall right here. And I'm gonna walk back now towards the atrium and explore the other parts of the mall. I am now going to be heading west of this mall on the second floor. So let's explore what this corridor takes us to. Okay, it does take us to a Winners, and I know for sure there's a Walmart below the Winners. Let's walk this way. Now I'm at the end of the mall, the west end of the mall, where the Winners is. And to this entrance right over here is a very fancy, nice restaurant. Yep, and I'm gonna turn around and head down the escalators. Sometimes I just wish this mall is bigger, but I think that most people in Markham are pretty satisfied with the mall, despite the size, you know? I think this mall is a pretty decent size, like for the way it is, you know? Yeah, so I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna explore this part of the mall, the lower floor, because I didn't walk here yet. And yep, there are more phone booths, as usual. And that's another entrance, entrance 11. And now I'm gonna walk east of the mall. So I'm gonna be heading east. We got some nice stores over here. We got a showcase. We got a game store. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool to see. As I'm walking east of the mall, you can see that the mall is actually not that big because it leads to the atrium of the mall right over there. And over here, we do have another entrance. Yep, so we are now back in where the atrium is because you can see those cars that are still on display. And yeah, I would say that this is a pretty average size mall. Not too big, not too small, but it's pretty good for the suburbs, you know? I mean, obviously you can't expect a mall as big as Eaton Center in this area, you know? Yeah, this is the atrium right here. I pretty much walked through like all the parts of the mall. And I came in from this entrance right here, also known as entrance 9. And yeah, I noticed that that entrance to the mall is pretty dim. Like I noticed that some of the lights are actually turned off. Yeah, so that's pretty much the tour of the mall. And this is where I started from.